Next, we are very quickly going to look at the Muzio attack in King's Gambit accepted, King's Knight's Gambit lines, e4, e5, f4, e takes f4, King's Gambit accepted, Knight f3, King's Knight's Gambit, g5. That is the main line for Quad's Gambit. Now, if White, instead of bringing his knight out to c3 or pushing up the d pawn up to d4, if he brings his bishop out to c4, then and if Black pushes his g pawn up to g4, then White can play something called the Muzio Gambit. Muzio Gambit is when White sacrifices this knight in order to gain tempo and a better position. So he has already sacrificed a pawn. Now he's ready to give up some more material to gain better position on the board. So instead of moving this knight, which would in Quade's Gambit's line would come to e5, what White does is he castles. And the double Muzio Gambit is when Black takes this knight, d takes f3, and queen takes f3, and queen comes to f6, and White pushes this pawn to e5. That would be double Muzio attack. Now the idea is, if queen takes, then you can see both these both king and queen are lined up on e file, and so there are lots and lots of threats that Black has to start thinking about. Muzio Gambit, I think, is not a very good line for Black to play or enter into. If we look at the board right now, we can see that Black's pieces are not developed. So the rooks are locked in, both knights are on their home ranks, bishops are locked. This bishop is completely locked in, bishop on c8, the light squared bishop. The dark squared bishop is still on the home rank, does have some possibilities along these two diagonals, but very, very limited in mobility. The only developed piece of Black is perhaps this queen on e5, and that too is lined up with the king. And so rook can come up to Black's rook can White's rook, sorry, can come up to e file at any moment, at any time, and create lots of problems for Black. So looking from Black's perspective, Muzio Gambit, I think it's pretty bleak for Black, and Black should not enter into these lines. If you do a little research on the internet, you'll find that Black has lost more games than won in this position, and it's a very, very popular way of opening for White. So this is the Muzio Gambit. We'll go through it once again. e4, e5, f4, e takes f4, knight f3, g5, bishop c4, g4, and now castle kingside. G takes f3, queen takes f3, queen f6, e5. That would be double Muzio Gambit. Again, I don't think Black should enter into this line. There can be lots of games that can demonstrate this. It's a very dangerous position for Black, and Black has mostly lost in this position. From White's perspective, though, this is a good position, and White can create lots of threats, and his pieces, his kingside pieces are completely developed, and he can develop very rapidly his queenside pieces as well, whereas black's king still is trapped in the middle. So this is not a very good line from black's perspective, and I'm reiterating myself, but again, I have played Muzio Gambit only twice in my life and have lost miserably, and so I don't recommend this playing with black. Instead, now we're going to look at some lines, actually at one line from King's Gambit accepted King's Bishop's Gambit, and that would be the Chigorin's attack. Very interesting line. Let's hope you enjoy it.